What is up, nerd friends? Welcome back. This week, we're going back on a nerd venture. We're going to the mountains with Mr. Weir, His Royal RC Highness himself, for some more on-trail talk adventures. This is the second half of the first half of our couple of hours out on the rocks. How many Axial Fests have you been to?
I've been to, I think 3, maybe 4.
I think I've been to like 7 or 8.
I did
maybe more. You did a 5K with a broken foot. I remember that.
Yeah, I think I got 5th. It's not saying much.
The first year that they had it at Cisco, when it was Axial Fest, the Sonoma County Scalar guys, we set up our huge zone because there was like 8 or 9 of us, put up canopies, like a pit zone, hung up our banners. And we had people that were coming over to try to register and check in because they thought that we were the main area because our camp was so dialed.
Just a dialed camp. Yeah, that old Cisco Grove Axial Fest was a hoot.
The best.
Oh man, you're pushing the limits. Nice.
It wouldn't go up the other side.
Oh man, running out of real estate.
Oh, come on, 0 PSIs.
There you go. Get that nook and cranny up on your driver. Wrong way. You're almost there.
The rear is stuck on the other side of this rock. I think if I get it right there.
If you get that nook right there. Right there. You gotta get...
Axial Fest was the first place they did the 5K. Or they did Ultra, where it was like a rock race style, like you did the long trail course with your trail truck.
I got those shoes on right now.
And you went fast. But the first year before they did that, it was Ultra. And there was Ultra drivers coming through. And they set everybody out with like the normal people that were running the trail. And they set the Ultra drivers out behind all the people that were there for fun. So you had to pass people on trail. And at the drivers meeting, they told us, like, when you come up behind people, just yell out Ultra driver coming through. And they'll, you know, people, you should let these guys by type of thing.
Yeah, no, it does sound rather elitist, but
it was terrible.
They were racing at a different level. That one guy came by me, he looked like a gazelle.
Well, that was the Ultra days. That was later. So we would have people that would be on trail, and they were stoked on us, and they'd want to help us. And they'd, like, park their trucks so we could crawl over them. Like, yeah, use my tires, stuff like that. And then we had other people that did not like the Ultra drivers coming through, dude. And they were super sour that they had to get out of the way or do anything because they were like full-size wheelers. Like, that's not how it works.
They're also driving in the fast lane at 56.
It's probably the same people.
Yeah.
So it was a very interesting learning curve. And then they separated it, and that was the race, the foot race. Sponsored. There was a shoe company. We all got free shoes. Jones hit us up. He's like, hey, get your guys' shoe sizes. I'll give you guys all shoes so you match when we're at Axial Fest. We were so cool.
We were just ready to just not exercise.
It actually was one of the first times I'd seen, like, outside the RC industry come in marketing and it work, because people were going out and buying Ultra shoes because Ultra had supported the hobby. They're like, yeah, if I'm going to buy a pair of shoes, I'll buy these. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, they sold at least 15 or 20 pairs.
At least.
We're making quick work of this line.
Ooh, I missed there's a little helper rock right there that you need.
Oh, you got to stay on that. Oh, I guess you could do it like that. That used to get really pinchy right there. So this is that option line that we got that you can do this line. It's really off camber and hard not to roll. This is the main line.
Right.
But this
I'm going to try the off camber. That looks fun. One of the first times I ever went rock crawling with my buddies back home, we went to Cloverdale, and it's nighttime. We're night crawling, so we got... Some guys didn't even have headlights. We just had the rocks lights on our trucks, and we were cool.
Oh, see that soft roll?
Just the gentle give way. You gotta, I think the ridge needs to be Hooker Carlson more.
Oh, way up there. Oh, I think you're right. I had it, and then I didn't have it.
Like it's gonna hook that vane. That'll hold the front end up.
That's where I was.
And then the rear is gonna go into the vane.
Okay, yeah, I didn't keep it there long
I don't think
enough.
the rear was in there.
No, I think you're right.
And then right here, oh no, this is when it all falls apart.
That's when you maybe...
So you gotta turn, nope.
Oh, see, this is where you have to Digosaurus mode.
Oh no!
Yeah, you gotta be careful on those type
Helicopter
of things.
rescue. But anyway, we're standing in the dark and I turn around and there's like a 30-foot cliff behind me and nobody said anything that we were walking up this ridge line. I'm like, you guys.
Like that one time Colby fell.
Email guy's gonna die. Yeah, as far left as you think it's gonna be and keep staying left.
I can't because it's very...
Or maybe the rear needs to be...
Oh, the wind! You see the wind?
Maybe the rear needs to come out sooner so it touches that rock flat instead of sidewall. So you let the rear out.
I let the rear out and I made it to there, and then I, for some reason, got the wind blown out of me.
Get on the rear. Oh, no, no.
It's such a soft set. It's kind of nice. So this is actually what Novato crawling is.
This is a fine example of Novato because we've done this before.
I'm going to use no
overdrive.
No overdrive.
All right, I'll try that too.
The wind is compromising me.
The wind is pushing on the truck. There it goes. Did you dig?
I did.
Oh, see, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That rear gets up there and it'll hold you up. That's pretty much what I was trying to say.
There, yeah. I had to dig though, but I did the no overdrive or 6% instead of 38 or whatever they made it. Which it's a shame they don't offer this rig anymore.
They do.
Sick. Well, they don't offer with portholes in the twin.
Well, not as an RTR. Well, you can build it.
Oh, that's right. Well, they're probably right on that.
It's still a kit. Because I see the marketing there, like the dudes who did RTRs, if they're, oh, dude, okay, I got it. It was sloppy, but I got it.
A little fall in.
It did a very scale on the rocks pivot that if it was a real truck, you would have pooped.
I think you'd be pooping the whole time if this was real.
I like these V wedges like this. This is when you pull over, you do the oil change on trail.
Did you bring your catch basin?
Right.
And your sand to the beach? I think we're going to bypass the world's most toughest always crash line.
Yeah, that one, I don't think we've made that.
We have. It's just not pretty ever, and it's like more of a comp rig.
It's like you got to have done it once and dropped in, and it's definitely not very scale.
Well, this whole section is pretty rough too. Like this takes us a while usually. Just getting through this squeeze sometimes can be bottom rock is super poorly placed.
Got a ledgy.
Well, it hooks right on the...
So you did the Ultra 5K once?
Twice.
Once with a broken foot.
I got third one year, and then I got, I think, 5th or 9th with the broken foot and a pink cast because it was February.
The year you got third was the first year when I worked at Hobbywing and we didn't have any cool rock crawl stuff yet, and we were using the short course system, remember?
Yeah, and it was terrible. It always rolled backwards.
It kept not being very awesome. That was the year my transmission blew up.
Suck down winch?
Oh, I forgot about the suck down winch he's got.
It's not helping me yet. Because this is
that's a gnarly, we don't make that, do we?
Yeah, we do, but it takes, you got to be,
I think it needs the right rock stack.
I think we actually go up on this, but
like V-wedge it.
I think I got to de-suck.
To turn the suck down.
Oh, I think it's right. Like you got to go. This big moving folder right there just said, "Beat it, nerd." That's just straight back of the bus right there. I'm not happy about it. I don't think this made it better.
Oh, I'm motorcycling, dude. There's only 2 tires touching.
I think they call that the egg beater, huh? Oh no, I guess that's open. See, I think we climbed up that. Yeah, exactly. But I remember it got real steep. Maybe the snow impacted our line a bit.
I think there needs to be one more rock in there. Oh.
Oh. You want to get this little nibble right there. If you can get that nibble, it'll yank you up. Oh. Look at the 1 PSI working in your favor, except now. Maybe try and do a dig coast pull-up. Well, too late now. I think that one's got a sidewall higher in order to stop that. I don't know, there's a lot of ways to skin a cat. Never really skinned a cat.
It's a weird one. Like, who's skinning cats?
I don't know. I'm sure they did it one time. I feel kind of bad skinning a cat. There it is. There it is. Oh no!
Arrgh! I had it. I had it. Did you see that? I had it.
You did have it.
I did have it.
Then you didn't have it. This rock right here is my nemesis.
Yeah, the entry rock. Ah, and there's the hole, but it's fine because you have PSIs.
That is the way you slice that turkey. Were you here when Brian fell off this cliff right here?
No.
He was our light guy because we were up at night, and he fell from right there down into there, and just a pile of body parts. Lights and body parts everywhere. I felt pretty bad, but it was hard to when I was laughing that hard.
It's hard to feel bad when you're laughing so hard.
I'm like that. He gave me such a gift. The gift of laughter. One of the best gifts you can give a human. It did come at some bloody knees and elbows, but to each his own how you want to impress us and make us laugh.
It's your choice on how you want to entertain your friends.
We do a podcast. It's called RC Stuff powered by Hobbywing. We give away free stuff each and every episode. All you have to do to find out how to enter to win is listen to an episode. Look us up. It's called RC Stuff powered by Hobbywing, or get it straight from the source, anchor.fm/Hobbywing. Questions, comments, concerns? You can email us directly, northamerica@hobbywing.com. Don't forget, we got new merch. Go to hobbywingdirect.com in the lifestyle and apparel section. New hats, new shirts, new socks, new bags, new can koozies, tech pouches. Check it out. As always, folks, thanks for watching another episode of The Charlie Show right here on the Hobbywing official YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.